What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. I don't know why I'm like a little nervous for this video. Sam's just gonna hang out there so it's less formal because I didn't want this video to be awkward, so I was like, you just hang out.
I'm here for moral support.
Basically, I wanted to share with you guys how I lost 12 or 13 pounds, I think we calculated. Which is crazy because I think like I knew I lost like 10 pounds, but when I actually like calculated it, it was like more than that. I'm pretty proud of myself. So I thought I'd come on here and just share like how I got there. And I will say like this wasn't like 10 pounds I lost in a month or something. Like I think from where I'm calculating it from like my highest point to now like where I am currently, it's been a year and a half. And I want to give a disclaimer, at my heaviest point I still like I wasn't like fat or huge or anything.
That's
like
what
that.
I want to say. I want to be here and say that I thought you were beautiful no matter what. I never thought you had like, she was always like talking about how she didn't like how she looked, and I was always like, dude, you're tripping. But looking back, there's a big difference. So.
Yeah, and I think like there's a difference in just like my confidence too, just like not being 10 pounds heavier, because before we got married and like throughout high school, I was pretty consistently at like 116, and I think like right before we got married I was like 135, but I was pretty skinny still. Like I'll pop up a picture of us like at our Yosemite wedding, like when we got married, and I was pretty thin. Like I was skinny, my arms were thin, everything. I really was happy with how I looked there. And then it was like immediately after we got married, within like the first month or two, well I guess it was November, and then the scale, we bought a scale that like tracks your weight, and the weight that I'm like comparing to was like the first time I weighed in, and I was 146.8, so almost 147 pounds. And on that scale, that's dated at March like 22nd, 2021. How many months was that?
It's almost 6 months.
But I was like gaining weight before then. Like I had kind of gone up before then. So we got married, and within the first 6 months, I like gained more than 12 pounds. Like, right? Whatever that is.
Something like that.
So anyways, I'll pop up a picture.
You're still beautiful though. Don't even get
Well,
wrong.
it's funny. I like chopped my hair and I dyed it blonde. And I think like that framing on my face also, not that it made me look fat, but I think like having shorter hair, you know, doesn't, like my long hair elongates my face and makes it look thinner, and that didn't really do that. So me gaining weight and chopping my hair, I think I just like lost a lot of confidence during that time, and I like hated pictures of myself, and I just felt bigger, and I just hated how I looked, and I hated feeling like that. So I started wanting to lose weight, and I feel like it took me a while. Like I feel like I've lost a lot of the weight more recently, I'd say. Like I feel like I was stuck at like 140 for forever.
Yeah, especially up till like probably still 6 months ago probably.
Yeah, so I feel like the majority of it I've lost in the last 6 months or so.
Which I think because we started taking like eating healthier like a lot more like seriously.
And we've never eaten bad, but that's one thing, like before we got married and like all growing up in my family, like we'd have dessert every night, whether it was ice cream, brownies, cake, like we had dessert every single night. Like I was so used to that, and I could do it. Like I think it's because I was
your metabolism was different.
And they say once you hit your 20s you can't eat the way you used to, and it's true. That, and we got married, so I started taking birth control, and I think there's like different opinions.
That's what did it, was the birth control, because it was literally out of nowhere. Like there's no reason that us getting married should, it was like the birth control.
Because I wasn't really eating any differently.
No.
And it was
if anything, you were eating better.
And I was still like 18, right?
Because you were living at my house.
I just turned 19.
Yeah, you were actually eating better because, like you said, at your house you were eating desserts and stuff, and at my house we weren't doing that.
That's why I was so frustrated.
You were eating better, probably. Like
I was so frustrated. I wasn't eating because his house, like we'd like maybe get ice cream on an occasion, but
your house was like brownies every night, cake, like your family would make something for dessert every single night.
I will say like my family would probably eat like healthier dinners, like because your mom worked and we were working, like we'd go out and eat, so maybe that like contributed, like we'd go out, but like also maybe. I didn't feel like we ate that terrible. But anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling on about that. Basically I decided that I really wanted to try and lose the weight because I was like not happy. Like I think once I saw how close I was to hitting like 150 pounds, I don't know why that scared me. And again, there are people that are so happy being at that weight, and I don't think I looked like huge or anything, but to me, I wanted to be where I had been because I was just happier looking thinner like how I was previously, and so I wanted to get back to how I felt then. So I was like going to the gym with you like during that time. I think like I had started going to the gym like right before I put on the weight, which is also so frustrating to me because I started going to the gym with Sam, and then I was like gaining weight, and I was like, this is like, what's going on? Like, what is going on? Like, why am I gaining weight? I think like as I started going like more consistently and I started putting on muscle, you know, like having muscle burns more calories throughout the day because your body has to maintain that muscle. But I will say, I think like the biggest thing is diet. So like we did a YouTube video recently where I ate a Victoria's Secret model diet.
On the workout channel, go subscribe, link in the description.
Which I will say like was hard. Like it wasn't like easy to do, but at the same time it wasn't like as hard as I think I thought it was gonna be. So it was like challenging, but not undoable. But in that week, I lost like 3 pounds, right, in a week or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 pounds, which isn't like the healthiest way to go about things, like eating like no calories. But it was a challenge, so it was like just like for a video, yeah. And
I was like, wow, like I really lost a lot of weight like doing that, and I realized like during that challenge that the reason I think I lost so much weight wasn't because I was like the dinners I was eating was like pretty similar to what we would normally eat, but I wasn't like, I couldn't snack throughout the day. Like I wasn't allowed to do that. So like unless it was like a protein bar or like, I don't know, like nuts or something.
Or
like
fruit or something
exactly.
like that.
So
Not
I think
chips and pretzels.
Yeah, because sometimes
whatever.
like we'll be eating healthy meals and like healthy in general. Like I'll be buying low fat
like
sugar. Yeah, I would say like
yogurt, sour cream,
like unsweetened almond milk. Yeah, low fat tortillas, everything. So I was already doing that, but I think just realizing like when you're hungry and you go to your pantry and you grab some pretzels or you grab some chips or Cheez-Its or whatever it is, and you're not like tracking that, it adds up. And so after I done that video, like I kind of wanted to keep up with being healthy. So I think like a month or 2 later, I decided to like do a calorie deficit video, which guys, you guys don't know this because I haven't posted it. It never got posted, and I did it twice because I would do like, I wanted to do it for 2 weeks. I was gonna do 2 weeks of eating like in a deficit where I tracked like every single thing I ate.
Which
like,
was just ridiculous for 2 weeks. Just didn't freaking work.
Well,
like,
no, I did it, but filming it, that was a thing. But this is the thing, I'm happy I did it. Even though we didn't fit together, we didn't post it, I'm happy I did it because I knew that was the only thing that was gonna keep me accountable. If I was recording it for you guys and I said I was gonna do it, because there'd be times where Sam and I would want to track things, but then I'd be like wanting crumble cookie and we'd just go eat it, and I'd be like,
well,
let's
the
whatever.
hard part too is because like you were trying to lose weight, that was your goal, and I was like, my whole life I've been trying to gain weight because I want to like build muscle and like all that. So it's like hard having like literally 2 different diets. Like I for dinner want to eat like more stuff. Like I want to go out to In-N-Out and like get some like
4x4
something like that, and then but there's like we have to go there at the same time. So then you trying to get stuff that meets your goals is hard. So it's kind of like, or like for dinner if you want something low calorie, and I'm like, well, I'll just have to eat that night. I don't hit my goals either. So it's hard to like balance both of our goals.
Yeah,
it's probably made the process take longer for both.
But Sam's like been super supportive with like me doing that. But when I was trying to film that video, like the first week I feel like I do so good with everything, and then the second week I would forget to film like what I'm eating or like keep you guys updated, and so we just never like even put it together or posted it.
Which is okay.
Which is fine, but I did that twice. Like I tried, and it kind of happened like the same way both times. Like I did it, I don't know, like several months ago, and I did it right before we went to Mexico because I wanted to lose weight, and I was like, I'm gonna film it again so I keep myself accountable. And I think both times I lost like 3 pounds in the week, and like I don't know, I felt good while doing that and just like keeping track of it. I think keeping track of it gets tiring after a while, like trying to measure everything and like just like, you know, I have to upload everything into MyFitnessPal. But doing that I think really helped me see how much I'm eating of things and how much I can eat in a day. Another thing is when we first were tracking calories, I was like, I had my goal too high like as what I like could eat each day, so I lowered that a little bit, and like trying to hit a lower goal and not letting myself eat as many calories has helped tremendously. I'm not saying that you have to count every calorie,
and she's also not saying like that she was starving herself. Like
no,
I don't
like,
want people to be like, oh my gosh, that's unhealthy, you shouldn't do that. It was literally like so healthy and like doable. Like it was literally just like a regular calorie deficit, like a couple hundred calories like below her maintenance, which was making her like stay at the same
my
height.
maintenance
so
is like
healthy.
18, and then I was trying to eat like 16, and there was 1600 calories, and there was days where like I don't know, we'd go somewhere and I'd eat something and I would go a little bit over, but I didn't like, you know, get down on myself because there was days where I ate really good and I was at like 15 or even 14 some days, and if I was hungry I would eat something. Like I wasn't starving myself whatsoever. But I think just doing that, I was so much more aware of how many calories I was eating. I wasn't like I said, grabbing a box of Cheez-Its and just like snacking on it together and then like not even knowing how many things I ate. And so I think like doing that has like made me more like conscious just about things. So I think that's contributed to me losing weight, doing that video twice even though we didn't post it. Also something that happened was Sam got sick, and this is bad, but I have like emetophobia. I've like talked about it in some videos, but I could not like eat while he was sick.
Like I was the one sick. I lost probably almost 10 pounds myself, not 10, maybe 8.
But I lost.
And then she didn't even get sick.
Didn't I lose 6 pounds?
Yeah, just because I was sick.
I couldn't like eat. Like I was so scared of getting sick that I didn't eat like for
terrible.
when I ate, but like
but then
you
gained like a lot of that weight back once you like.
Well, I was gonna say like I like gained a few pounds back. I think I lost like 6 pounds during the week, which is terrible. But I probably went back up like maybe like 2 or 3 pounds. But I was like, you know, I'm gonna take advantage of this. Like I lost like that much weight and I want to like maintain my weight. So I like made sure I was like conscious about what I ate after that, so I didn't like gain all that weight back. Those are all things that contributed to that.
And it was really just like the whole process over like a year and a half of just like kind of changing, or both of ours, like but
like
your
eating
diet
less desserts. It's just still hard for me. I love desserts, so like it's hard. And Sam, if you guys know Sam, like he does not eat desserts really. Like if I make something the first night, like cookies, like he'll have maybe 2 and then he won't touch them. Like he just doesn't. So if they sit there, like I'll eat them all. So that's been hard for me because in my family, that was another thing. Like if someone made cookies, there were 6 of us and we all ate them, so it'd be gone within like a day or 2. This is like they stare at me every day for a week and I want to eat all of them. So that's been a big thing, is like trying not to eat desserts or just like making them very sparingly, you know, on occasion, which has really helped.
But I think it was like, because I feel like you wouldn't have done that video if you weren't like trying to be healthy like the whole time, like leading up to that, like going to the gym and like having a better relationship with like
and there's still like
that, like going to the gym and changing your diet and stuff. You wouldn't
I'm
even
gonna
done
put
that
up some pictures of like we went to JD's wedding, so that was March. Oh, that was March.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like right around when I said I was like my heaviest on the scale. At least I could have been heavier before that, but that's like when I started on the scale. But there's this picture I'll put up of us at JD's wedding, and this is like, I think when I saw this picture I was like, oh my gosh, I look like just heavier. Like my arms look bigger. Like if you compared that Yosemite picture I showed you to this, my body just looks like puffy. That was another thing. I just felt really like puffy and bloated, and just like my face felt bigger, and I just wasn't happy. I just felt so insecure. Like I hated how I looked, and so that's when I was like, okay, like I need to lose weight. Like I can't keep this up because I wasn't happy. So yeah, I thought I'd just make a video and share some things I did. I think like trying to up my water take. I'm not the best at it.
You're still bad at all, but yeah, you have
really
been better.
I've been
guys,
bad.
real quick, dude, like all through high school, this girl would go the whole day by drinking like 1 sip of water, and now she like probably goes through a water bottle, like probably a quarter of a gallon at least, or sometimes more.
Yeah.
Which is what
Some
not
days
like
I'll
enough
do,
still, but way
some
better.
days I'll do like half a, like I feel like my Stanley, like isn't that like 2 of those a half a gallon?
Yeah, you're doing
Sometimes
a lot
I'll
better with that.
A lot better. So I think
I'm terrible with that too though, so you know.
I don't do that much cardio. I do it like at least once a week though. I'll go in and we'll do like a HIIT video, like an hour, or it's like a 30-minute HIIT video thing. And then we'll do like abs and stuff that I feel like have kind of like cardio in it. But a lot of just like doing weights and stuff, I feel like I look so much more toned. That's another thing. I have gone down 10 pounds, but I think I look a lot better because I put on a lot more muscle. So like muscle weighs more. So I think if I were to compare like my body fat percentage, I've gone down a lot. And I don't think I'm like exactly where I want to be quite yet. Like I don't want to say I want to lose 5 more pounds because I don't think it's all about the pounds, but I think I'd like to lose a little bit more body fat and just like get more toned. But that's okay. Like there's always like goals you're gonna want to hit and like places you want to be with your body and whatnot. And I think it's healthy to have those goals, but I'm pretty content with from like my journey from where I was and like how I've gotten down now. I didn't even tell you guys what I weigh now. I'm staying consistently around like 135. It obviously fluctuates. At my lowest point on the scale, at least that I've recorded, I was 133.8. So that's
like 13 pounds down from where you started
on the scale. Yeah. So being consistent at the gym, eating healthier. When I was really trying to like drop pounds or like doing those videos and I was keeping track of my calories, Sam would do tacos, like frying shells, and I would do taco salad. Or like the other day we did like, he did tacos and I did like a lettuce wrap. Or going to In-N-Out, it kills me, but I will do the protein style if we're going there.
Which is a lettuce wrap burger.
Yeah, the lettuce wrapped. Like just doing things like that I think have really helped just keep my calories down and keeping track of it. You know, eating more protein, looking at your macros. If that doesn't make sense to you, it's just like making sure you're not eating too many fats or too many carbs and like just having a balanced diet and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, I don't want to ramble on too much longer. I wanted to share my journey in case you're kind of in a similar situation where you like maybe were a certain weight and you want to get back to that, or maybe you have had this goal for your whole life and you just like want some little tips on how to get there that you can maintain. Because some things that people go on all these diets diets and like they try to lose weight super fast, like Sam was like mentioning earlier.
Just like crazy, like
the Victoria's Secret diet. Like people will try to do that for like a month or something.
And then it's just like you like eating like nothing, and then you just rebound and just eat it all back.
Yeah.
Like you can't, your body can't maintain it. So it's like a slow and steady.
Just trying to eat
like,
healthier
just over
things.
a year, like you'll slowly.
Which is
get there.
hard. It's hard because it's also expensive. Like fruit is expensive, but like I think buying that and making sure we cut it up when we get it from the grocery store so it doesn't rot in our fridge and it's easy to grab. So like if I'm craving a snack or I'm hungry, there's like pineapple in the fridge and I don't grab chips out of the pantry, you know, just things like that. So anyways, I don't know if there's any other things I feel like we've done or I've done to lose weight.
Just consistency.
Eating healthier.
Consistency.
And I think I struggle with this still, but like I think people always say like it's also like the relationship you have with food and like accepting yourself and not getting down on yourself, because if you're like constantly in your head and like hard on yourself, it's hard to like lose weight too if you're like negative, which I feel like I've struggled with that a lot, like trying to stay positive when I see a number on the scale I don't want. But I think like over time, if you're like consistent with the factual stuff, like making sure you're not eating too many calories, you'll hit your goals eventually, even if it takes a while, because like I said, it was like a year and a half ago. It took me a while.
Yeah, but you know, hey, it happens. Slow and steady wins the race, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me. If you guys have any questions, I feel like maybe I've left stuff out, but this video is getting way too long. So anyways, let me know if you have any questions down below. If you made it this far in the video, comment hashtag
goals.
Hashtag goals. Hashtag goals down below. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love you so, so much. You guys can reach your goals. I know you can. I believe in you. We love you guys. And until next.
Wait, post notification shout out. We really appreciate you. If you guys want to see our next video,
y'all already know what to do. Alrighty guys, we love you. And until next time, bye. Alrighty guys, we hope you love that video. We have been working on something that we're super excited about. It's for everyone who has always wanted to be a YouTuber.
Yeah guys, we created a course on how to be a YouTuber and how we basically were successful being a YouTuber and building our channel.
And it's everything that we wish we would have known on day one that we want to help you guys out with. So if you're interested in becoming a YouTuber and need help, make sure you click that link down below because it's on sale and you don't want to miss out.